What's up, y'all? It's Ty. In this video today, we're going to be talking about the new cards that are coming to NBA 2K25 MyTEAM tomorrow. Now, in this video, we're just going to be taking a look at the pack content because as far as, everything else, like, let's say, like the, obviously, we saw, the domination reward, but let's say like the ascension reward, we don't know all of these things. What we do know is Feel the Power drop is coming tomorrow. Feel the Power with Unlimited dropping tomorrow in MyTEAM. So the Unlimited pack drop features 100 overall KP, Dark Matter, Jalen Green, Joel Embiid, as well as Gary Payton. So that's kind of the cards we do know that are coming. So what I'm going to be doing in this video is I'm going to be going through these 4 cards, talking about them and talking about what we could see the market doing with these things as well. Now, as I do dive into that, if you are new to my channel and have not yet, make sure you guys do smash that subscribe button. I really do appreciate all of the recent support on the channel. So let's start it from right to left. The Dark Matter, Gary Payton. Now, the thing for Gary Payton is it's like, are they going to update his release? Because, I mean, his release is not great, obviously. It's never been great, but he is one of the better defensive point guards in the game. And so, if you are looking for a point guard, Dark Matter Gary Payton could be a solid option. Do I think he's going to be as good as, let's say, like the Jalen Green that comes out in this drop? Absolutely not. I just don't, I can't see Gary Payton at this stage of the game being like that next level good card. Now, I'm not hating on him. I'm not saying he's worthless, any of those types of things. I'm just saying, again, when you are looking at things and when you are looking, how good is Gary Payton going to be? I think that's about as high as I truly can be on the card. Not hating on Gary Payton at all. I'm just saying, for me, that's what I see Gary Payton getting into. Then we see Dark Matter, Joel Embiid. I honestly think Joel Embiid at the center or power forward position is going to be one of the best power forward centers in the entire game. And you guys can say, Ty, you're just gassing him or whatever you guys want to say. But I'm serious. Joel Embiid is going to be an absolute beast of a card on this game. Like, Joel Embiid, what can the card not do? He's going to be able to knock down shots. His release is probably going to be sped up. He's got a good player build. I just don't see what the negative side of things are for Joel Embiid at all. Again, I feel like the Pink Diamond Joel Embiid has been so good for so long. And so at this stage, it's just really tough for me not to be incredibly high on Joel Embiid heading in to this unlimited drop. Now, is he going to be as good as, let's say, this Kristaps Porzingis? Is he going to be as good as Victor Wembanyama? Is he even going to be as good as the Dark Matter Hakeem that came out the other day? That's a separate discussion because all of those guys I do think are going to be better. But I think it's all going to come down to the release of Joel Embiid. How good is his release going to be? That's the question of the day. If his release is, again, a little too slow, a little too baited, I think he's going to leave a little bit to be desired. If his release is fantastic, sped up, and his speed gets boosted into the mid-90s, I think you're going to be looking at Joel Embiid as being one of the best Dark Matter big men on the game. Then we do see Dark Matter Jalen Green, who honestly, I'm going to say it, I think he's going to be the sleeper of this set. Now, when I say the sleeper of this set, am I saying Jalen Green is going to, be game-breaking good? I don't think quite that good, but I do think the card gives you a lot on the court. Even if you go back and you look at the last Jalen Green card we had, I think it was the Diamond Jalen Green, right? The Diamond Jalen Green card was absolutely incredible. 6'4". His release on normal was good, so I bet the release for the Dark Matter is going to be solid. I felt like the Jalen Green had a good player model player build, and honestly, I feel like in past years, Jalen Green hasn't had very good cards, and so it was a pleasant surprise when I saw that Jalen Green, as far as the Diamond card, was good, and I do believe that the Dark Matter Jalen Green is going to surprise some people. Again, his player build, no, he's only 6'4", but I think his player build is pretty solid. His release is going to be good. I guarantee his stats are going to be solid. I just hope they make Jalen Green really solid on that defensive side of the ball, which am I certain of? No. I mean, even with the Diamond Jalen Green, they didn't give him a ton of base defensive badges. So that is one thing for Jalen Green that I don't want to say I'm concerned about, but definitely on the lookout for Jalen Green is what do those defensive badges look like tomorrow? You know, do they give him, you know, a decent interior? Do they give him a decent block rating? Do they give him, you know, the Hall of Fame on-ball menace? Those are going to be some of the things that are on my mind as we do get, you know, some of these point guards. Because again, we're getting 2 separate dark matter point guards tomorrow after an all-star drop, after Magic Johnson came out, after we're getting all of these point guards. Watch my top 10 point guard list if you haven't yet. But we've got all these good point guards in the game. Do I think Jalen Green or Gary Payton are going to be top 10 point guards in the game? No. Do I think Joel Embiid is a top 10 big man in the game? Probably. And so again, when we're talking about these cards and comparing them to some of the other guys at their positions, I just want you guys to know and realize like how high I am on all of these cards at their respective, you know, overall. So do definitely want you guys to know that and understand where I am coming from on that. Then last but certainly not least, we see 100 overall Kristaps Porzingis. Now, here's where things are going to get crazy because this Kristaps Porzingis is going, and I don't, look, this is where things get difficult because again, I don't want to overstate myself. But this Kristaps Porzingis is going to have 99 stats all across the board. He's going to come with 30 Hall of Fame badges. This Kristaps is going to be next level good. And when I say that, no, I mean that this card is literally going to be ridiculously good. Now, with that being said, is he going to be better than Victor Wembanyama? To be honest with you guys, I think he might be. Because Kristaps is going to see his release, which is already good, sped up. He's 7'3", defensive, you know, stats and badges are going to be literally perfect. I just don't see any negatives about Kristaps, and the best part about the card is he can play that power forward position. So guess what, guys? You can run him with Victor Wembanyama. As crazy as that it might sound, that's honestly what's going to happen. People are going to be running Kristaps Porzingis with Victor Wembanyama at their 4 and 5 positions, and it's going to get crazy. Now, I do think Kristaps is going to be crazy expensive. It looks like Kristaps is just going to be in packs. So again, I don't think at least he'll be in the exchange. So I think he'll just be a pack type of card. Should be our first 100 overall available in the auction house. But just know Kristaps is going to be so rare on this game, and just know if you want Kristaps Porzingis, you're going to spend upwards of 3 million MT in the auction house at least, at minimum, maybe even 4 or 5 million MT to get Kristaps Porzingis, which is just absolutely crazy. And again, I like what Kristaps Porzingis provides for you guys on the court. I don't know if he's worth all that. And I'm not hating on KP at all. I'm just saying when you're talking about the grand scheme of things, if you're spending that much on one card, I just don't think he's going to be worth it. Is Kristaps going to be the best card in the game? Again, that's a debate to be had. Him versus the Galaxy Opal Wemby, I think it's close. I think it depends on Wemby's badges, to be honest. But I do think it's tough to beat what KP is going to be. 99 overall stats everywhere across the board. His player model, player build is going to be ridiculous. I can't see any real negatives for Kristaps Porzingis. And you guys can sit up here and say I'm gassing, KP if you want to. But again, I like his release normally, and even the Pink Diamond KP. And so if you're going to give me the 100 overall KP with a better release, with all perfect stats, sign me up for that literally every day of the week. And I know a lot of people are going to say, Ty, you're just gassing him because he's 100 overall. Look, I don't love the fact that I am gassing KP in the way I am. But realistically, if a card is as good as Kristaps Porzingis is going to be, you've got to give him respect where it's due. So overall, the drop tomorrow looks like it's, I would say, pretty top heavy. Obviously, Kristaps Porzingis is so much better than any of the other cards. I do think Joel Embiid is going to be really solid. Jalen Green is definitely a solid card to add to your squad as well. And I mean, the glove, depending on his price, could be okay. I'm eager to see the Galaxy Opals as well as the Pink Diamonds that come out in the drop tomorrow, because we have seen Pink Diamonds crash so much in the auction house. So now a lot of the Pink Diamonds that we do get should be at least really affordable options for us come tomorrow in the game. So that is something that is on my radar, is maybe Pink Diamonds, Galaxy Opals are going to be the more exciting cards, because guess what? They will actually be affordable compared to the 100 overall Kristaps Porzingis, who, yes, is going to be ridiculously good, but at the end of the day, he is not going to really be affordable. So that's where I'm at with this unlimited drop. It seems fine. I do hope KP is auctionable, is sellable. That way, people don't have to necessarily gamble, or he's not hidden behind the exchange, unless they want to give, the no money spent players like something like they have with this All-Star event, which I have absolutely loved. But let me know your thoughts on these 4 cards on the unlimited drop coming tomorrow in my team. Are you guys a fan of it? Are you not? Let me know. As far as I'm concerned, it looks like a fine drop, but let's be honest, I'm not going to be able to afford Kristaps Porzingis. Joel Embiid looks good, but if I can't afford, KP, it's hard for me to get super hype about this drop tomorrow. So I guess that's where I'm at. You guys can let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.